Hello everybody, 'tis the Amazing Gaming Guy here, and welcome back to Planet Coaster, where I am continuing with my Dueling Dragons build, and this week I am starting on the second castle on the top of this hill. This is the sort of accomplice castle. Accomplice castle? No, that's a bad word. This is the adjoining castle, I guess. These two are most likely going to be linked by a bridge between them, sort of. I'm yet to work that out. If you haven't noticed, I'm very much making this up as I go along, but that's the way I roll. that's the way I do it. I don't have time to plan these things, but yeah, this is it wasn't quite as difficult as the first castle. I've refined my methods a little bit. I was using more blueprints and things, and using my wits, what's left of them, and yeah, it went okay. It went okay. You'll see by the end of the video, it looks pretty good, especially when it's next to the other castle. They really sort of complement each other, I guess. I'm doing them in a very similar style, apart from this one is obviously quite a lot smaller. It's sort of thinner and taller. It's more of a kind of shrine or a temple, really, this one, than a proper full-blown castle. It's yeah, it looks like less of a sort of defensive building, more of a, I don't know, like a religious type building, or yeah. You get what I mean. So I was going around and I was putting these roofs in, like on the other castle, and the way that I've made this a little bit easier for myself is by sort of generally placing in the roof in a sort of size that's going to fit, and then just going in and actually moving the whole structure just so it's lined up. So instead of making this all one set building in the game, I'm actually splitting it into different buildings so I can move separate sections around, and I think that works a lot better than making it one entire building where you can't really move things around and everything's got to be on the same grid. So yeah, you can see that these roofs and things, they're all on different grids and things. They're all on different planes, so I can just grab them. I can grab one roof, I can grab a different roof, I can move it around, I can grab one set of walls and move it around. That was really what I was sort of hoping to do here. I wanted to give myself a lot more flexibility so I could copy and paste things, and I could make blueprints of things, make the whole process a lot easier after my absolute disaster when I was building the other castle. And yeah, it worked. I think it definitely worked. I got a lot less frustrated with this one. Yeah. I didn't want to murder myself after making it, so I think that's a good start. I must have done something right there. And I've just noticed that that roof is like a different colour to the one below it, and I don't think I fixed that in the video, so I'm gonna have to go back and do that. I'm gonna have to okay, note to self, change the colour of the middle roof, because I don't think I changed it to black whilst I was making it, which is a mistake. So yeah, I'm just using the same sort of materials that I used in the last castle. These are just painted white stucco walls. Stucco? Yeah, stucco. Let's call it that. Stucco walls with wood tile roofs. And I had to sort of mess about with them and make them sort of custom as well. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I've had a thing today, right? I'm recording a whole bunch of video narration all at the same time right now, and the moment I start recording, I start yawning, and I don't know why, because I'm not tired, and like I'm not yawning like when I'm not recording audio. It's just as soon as I start recording audio, there it goes, just yawning all over the place. I'm sorry. That was that's weird. That's weird. I don't know why that's happening. That's really annoying. Anyway, back to the build. Yeah, so I'm just sort of trying to make this roof a little bit more custom. I'm just trying to like change the sort of height variation of it and the like gradient variation of it. I'm trying to make it shallower and then go steeper, and again I think I've achieved that. I think I've made it work, although I do need to put some things to like cover the edges or the ends of the roof, because you can see it gets a little bit weird, or you will be able to see next time I put the camera towards it so you can see it. So right now I'm also going around and I'm just putting some decoration onto the bottom of these roofs. I'm using a little bit of different decoration to last time. I think this is part of the stucco pack. These are just like stucco sort of wall trim things. And I'm just sort of trying to, add a little bit of ornate detail to the bottom of these roofs. Make them look a little bit less flat and a little bit less like they just sort of stop, you know. And then I'm using different fences this time as well. I'm trying to make this one more ornate than the previous castle. The other castle was more of a sort of, a defensive building. It was more built to withhold and deflect attack and that sort of thing. This one is meant to be more of a visually interesting building. So that's why I'm really trying to yawn. I yawned again. Well, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I could cut that out, but I'm not going to. It's part of the human experience. And I'll let you guys just enjoy that with me. Yeah, so you can see I'm using blueprints a lot more as well to help me be a lot more efficient with the building of this structure. I think part of the thing that annoyed me when I was building another castle is I just wasn't being efficient with my time and the tools provided to me. I was trying to copy and paste things and stuff, and like that doesn't work. It's really difficult to do that in this game. You can do it, but it's fiddly, and like the moment you click off, you lose everything you've selected. So it's it's a bit of a struggle doing it like that. So I've tried to use blueprints a lot more, and as you can see, it was a lot quicker. So I'll be doing that more in future as well. So then I wanted to go around and just bring the land up to meet the sort of bottom of this castle, because it was kind of hanging off in edges and stuff. Just needed to refine how it sits on the land, I guess. So yeah, I was just pulling the land upwards to sort of meet those corners and things, and to refine the way that it's interacting with its environment. And now I'm going back to the top here, back to the roof, and I'm trying to put in the sort of decoration that I was mentioning to cover up the discrepancy, the sort of difference between those two types of roofs intersecting and looking ugly and horrible. So I had to cover that up, and also I've been going around and putting these sorts of details on anyway, so I figured, well, I may as well use it to cover up that what should I call it? That seam, I guess, between the two different types of roof, because the bits that I've used to make the shallow roof is actually like a veranda sort of roof. It's not one of the actual roofs from the roof section thing. Okay, now that I'm making more progress with this build, and you can really see where I'm trying to head with it, and the sort of ideas that I'm trying to have in it, the sort of conflict between these two rides and stuff, I'm gonna open up suggestions for what to call these rides. And remember, there are 2 rides to name here. It doesn't have to be dragon themed like I've been doing it so far. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be. It might work if it is, but it also might work if it isn't. You know, I'm open to all ideas, because at current I haven't put anything specifically dragon themed in the ride yet, so it's completely open to your own interpretation at this point. But I'm just going to open that up, and in the comments put below what you think each ride should be called, and do it, you know, gold ride, cool gold ride this, and cool red ride this. And again, I can change the colors and things if I need to fit a really good name and a really good idea for a more detailed theme. But I like them how they are at the moment, so I probably will keep them like this. So if you have any great ideas that you just want to share with me, put it in the comments of this video or any of the future videos before I pick the name, and I might just pick your name, or at least I will read it out in the video and be like, yeah, great idea, or maybe not such a great idea, that one probably pretty bad, shabby idea, that one. Nah, I wouldn't say that. I would just not read it out. No, I'm sure you guys will come up with some really great ideas, and I can't wait to see them. So yeah, stick them in the comments. Get working, get thinking, my friends. Do my work for me. No. I really like your input. I really like the sort of things that you guys come up with. And what did we call the last one? It was Alpine Rush. Yeah, that was really good, because, you know, I was going to call it Alpine Adventure. That's why I called the series that. But Alpine Rush was a lot better, and it sort of fit the way that the ride turned out. You know, it was really sort of swooshy, and you know, it dived into valleys and things and swept up out of them, and it was really a sort of rush sort of idea. You know, it worked. It worked well. So see if you guys can think of something really great for this ride as well. Again, yeah, doesn't have to be dragon themed, just sort of oriental, Japanese themed, perfect. And we're naming 2 rides, gold ride and red ride. Okay, cool. Okay, so back to the build at hand. I'm going around and putting the wood detail onto these walls, and again I was trying to be a lot more efficient with it, so each one was its own sort of separate building, and then I would go into that building and make it a blueprint, and then copy it across. Or actually, I'm saying that and I didn't do it that time. I did do it for the bottom and top ones. For this one, apparently I was happy just to copy and paste for some reason. Not sure why I did that, but I did. I guess both ways work, although doing a blueprint's probably easier in the long run, so you don't lose the selection if you click away. Yeah, so I think I'm about to do it on this one. Let's see. Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do what I'm actually talking about? Going through, and yeah, made it into blueprint. Cool. Brilliant. Kind of annoys me that you have to put it all in, like, in all of that detail when you put a blueprint, when you make a blueprint. It's like you have to put in description and name and like category and stuff, otherwise you can't actually save it. A little bit annoying, but in the long term I think it works a lot better, and it stopped me from getting furious, so must have done something right. So yeah, guys, that is just about all we have time for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like, comment and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.